What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said,
Greetings. I am Leviathan, your AI guide. Welcome to Pikitoa Island. Wonderful news. You have been granted permission to participate in ongoing IBIUS research and development. I will allow your survival if you demonstrate outstanding combat capabilities. Remember, enthusiastic participation is mandatory.
I don't think I can do nothing about that. I'm a melee guy. Historically accurate unicorn. Whoa! This game is fucking awesome. Why is this game so awesome?
Exercise logged. Sunsetting temporal instance. Have a super day.
この番組は黒のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Hello folks, Gappy here, and it's about that time of the year again, where I go into the internet to say some opinions. I've stopped doing those since the reception of the previous ones were, less than ideal. But here we are again, this time on a more positive note, since I'm actually talking about a topic that I'm pretty happy about. As you guys probably could tell from the title, we are talking about Exoprimal, the Capcom game that no one cares about, slash no one cared about, slash probably won't be caring about anytime soon. And the fact that no one gives a damn about it makes me incredibly angry. Sorry for the fake destruction, I'm Brazilian and poor and can't afford to break anything. If to be fair, I also didn't care about the game until recently. I remember seeing this game being announced and being like, wow, that is quite neat. And then I completely forgot about it. Until like recently, where I went to a friend, we were having a conversation, and the conversation went pretty much like, hey, remember that one game, Exoprimal? That looked pretty neat. It's my favorite multiplayer of 2023. Too bad no one played it. Wait, that can't be right.
El coño de tu madre. Esto es un... ¡Ah! ¡Oh, no!
We just can't have nice things, and it's just impossible. We just can't. But anyway, that convo made me curious about the game, because Snob is a very, very hard to please person. If he says a game is good, it generally means the game is really, really good. This map is very Crysis-like. Do you guys remember Crysis? Just Crysis, not Dino Crisis. Let me see this guy. This guy could have Rajang. What the fuck? I don't know. It's not bad. So I played it for 74 minutes. I can still get a refund on this. Like I'm gonna leave the game around for just a bit. Maybe a Snobs wants to come in. I don't know. Like, I don't see myself playing this game on my off time. Maybe that should say enough. Maybe. Like, it's not that expensive, but like... I don't have a lot of money to waste. That's the thing. I think you guys can realize that my first reaction to this game was... it's alright, I guess. It wouldn't be too far-fetched to assume that is the same reaction the majority of players had when they got into this game. The game presents itself as your run-of-the-mill multiplayer game with quirky characters, cringy writing, and turn brain off kind of gameplay with a few hype moments here and there. So after the first session, I kinda gave up on it for 1 hour. And then in comes Mr. Exoprimal himself. Stop! I do an update. I bought Exoprimal. I did, but the game seems a bit, I don't know. You know, I played like one match, so I don't know. But I did play it like a little bit on stream, but like playing it, there's literally no one playing. I just did like a bots run or something. I don't know how good it is. I'm calling you right now. What? What?
Hang on, my mic wasn't on. Hello, sorry. You changed your avatar picture recently, and I had a hard time finding you.
Understandable.
So, okay. So, Exoprimal.
Exoprimal.
Firstly, understand that yes, there's not going to be a lot of people playing it these days. And the people who do play it are either going to be new people picking it up on a sale or people who have like 5,000 hours in it.
Oh.
You cannot judge this game off of just the first few matches. You have to stick with it.
Oh. Okay.
Because at the start, it's kind of whatever. So you'll be playing with the same people because you get, except for a handful of like in between periods, you get roped with people who are in the same story progression as you. But it progresses, and it progresses quickly, and it ramps up like insane. Like it's hard to describe without like spoiling it, but it's absolutely worth sticking with. There's a lot of variety. It's worth playing. I'm gonna download it right now, and we're gonna play it later. Okay?
All right. And after giving the game a proper go and actually sticking around for it, I absolutely fell in love with the game, and now everybody must suffer for it. Story. Welcome to the corporate future of 2043. 3 years ago, humanity created the most advanced AI in history, only for it to go rogue, open up a time portal and start chucking dinosaurs at us. Despite this catastrophic world-ending event, humanity has created combat exosuits of various sizes, functionalities, and, assets. Yeah, it's just like fucking enormous badonkadonks and nothing else. That's insane. You are the pilot of one such exosuit and a valuable member of the Hammerheads, which is composed by you, not the protagonist of Dino Crisis because that game is dead. Venom Snake is my spirited animal. Motherfucking Lorenzo!
Well, I'm too big to dance, too old to sing.
And this thing. Wait, what did she say?
I never heard her say this before, or if I did, I don't remember. But she said, "I am very durable and stain resistant."
Oh my god. Oh my.
That's why I'm like, she did not just say that.
God, she
God,
bet.
she better be. My robotic queen.
I love like you can see it. There's like a sticker like danger high voltage right there. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is right there too. Is the thing.
Mog, if you're watching this, please don't turn yourself into a Christmas tree. It is not worth it, man. This team is tasked with the patrol of Bikitoa Island by the IBS Corporation, which created both the rogue AI and the exosuits. Bikitoa is also the location where the first dinosaur outbreak happened, but it's been sealed off, so that nothing can escape from it. Theoretically, it was supposed to be a low-activity mission. Then a big black hole shows up, ship gets wrecked, you and the team get launched into the island's big bubble shield thing, only to discover that the entire island is stuck in a time loop, controlled by the AI, who keeps repeating the first dinosaur outbreak over and over through multiple timelines for the last 3 years. You might be asking, why is this happening? Very easy solution. The AI is trying its best to make better exosuits, and you know, the better way to do it is to toss a bunch of exosuits in there, toss a bunch of dinosaurs in there as well, and let them kill each other. I don't know. Gameplay. Dino survival is the core gameplay loop of the game. Two teams meet in the field while trying to complete objectives. The first team to complete all objectives first wins the game. These objectives can go from killing a number of specific dinosaurs, defending a dropship, or capturing areas during the first half of the match. During the second half, things can get slightly crazier, with harder PvE missions, PvP-focused objectives, massacre monsters, or even raid bosses, but we'll get to that in a minute. To tackle these missions, you get access to a vast array of exosuits to choose from, fitting on one of the 3 categories: damage, tank, or support. Team comp generally base themselves on 3 damage dealers, 1 healer, and 1 tank. But most people don't really think healing and tanking are valid concepts, and that parrying the T-Rex is enough to win the game. It's me. I am most people. Damage dealers are your best answer when dealing with the unending hordes of dinosaurs. Since we run on a timer, having the ability to quickly dispose of a big tanky dino is paramount. As such, they compose the bulk of the team. We have John Shooty Shooter. I'm gonna run up to the big dino and die immediately. Life is just not worth it anymore, man. And the quirked up sniper lady goated with the Ice Age! Next up we have the Tank class, to keep the horde away from the squishy damage. Bowstring, big shields, taunting mechanics, and a big fat ass. I like playing tank. It's probably my favorite type of exosuit. It perfectly encompasses that feeling of coming back from a hard day at the gym, high on Trembolone, getting into your house and seeing a big Triceratops in the living room. How did it get there? I don't know. We gotta do something about it. We have
You're up against the wall, and I am the fucking wall!
A10 Warthog with the occasional airstrike deployment, because why not? And the Weeb's choice to tank, because we always need to have a samurai character for the quicked up white boys at home. And now for the healer class, which is pretty self-explanatory. You help your teammates avoid their untimely demise by restoring their health and sometimes offering crowd control options to make aiming slightly easier. We have quirky area healer that is probably wanted in at least 14 states. Air support healer lady that for some reason has a black hole, and Megaman. Capcom, please free my boy, I implore. Every single one of the characters presented here also have 2 other variations beyond the standard ones that give you different approaches to different situations. Even though the game offers you the possibility of buying these variants with real money, you can very consistently unlock them by simply playing the character you want to unlock the variant for. I had 20 hours or so when I finished the game. I managed to get all the variants for all the costumes I used very consistently, so it's not that big of a grind. But wait, there's more. Each suit has a vast selection of mods that can alter the way it plays, varying from standard mods that give you straight up stat buffs to specific mods that alter how skills work in every suit. There's a lot of player expression here, and I am actually crazed about it. So anyway, now that we know what Exoprimal is about, let us go over what makes it so special. At first glance, the game does feel like your average Left 4 Dead inspired wave shooter with Warframe aesthetics and hero shooter mechanics, and the simplest gameplay loop of all time. Kill 6 billion dinosaurs faster than the enemy team, rinse, repeat. Hell, I was a victim of thinking that the game was just this. You know, as you guys saw previously, the first time I hopped into the game, I immediately thought of refunding it. And I guess that is pretty much what happens for everybody. Which is why I have to thank Snob for it, because if it wasn't for him, I probably would have given up on it. Just because like, oh yeah, it's just alright. It's just a regular experience that I've ever had countless and countless of times. Big shoutouts to him, by the way. He streams. Go follow him. The link's in the description. So, what changed that made me consider this one of the best multiplayer experiences that I've ever had? The game's story presents itself in a rather peculiar way for a game of this genre. You have a grid full of nodes which get to be filled as you keep playing matches. These modes carry audio logs, documents, and even cutscenes that both progress your character's story and expand upon the world building in the characters. To be perfectly honest, I was not expecting a multiplayer horde game story to be as rich and deep as this one is, so that fact helped it slip under my radar for the first couple of sessions. Kind of a big ask to ask gamers to stop playing video games and start reading, am I right? I have rampant illiteracism. The story of this game is surprisingly good, and I don't mean this as in, it's alright. I mean this as in there is genuine care and attention to detail as your more mainstream Capcom titles. Even though I initially thought the characters were just comical people that were just there to give you some kooky voice lines during menu navigation and missions, there is genuine motivation and personality to these characters that gets more and more visible as you progress down the line. Aldous is constantly haunted by the feeling of not being enough and having to deal with his deep financial problems. Lorenzo tries to act cool and wholesome most of the time, but the fact that his sister Haruka died during the first Dino incident 3 years ago left him destroyed. Majesty, one of the best exo pilots out there, has to deal with the fact that her ego is completely devastated due to not only being downgraded to a job way below her capabilities, but also to the fact that she got wounded and put out of combat the day they got stuck on the island, so she's essentially just forced to do nothing about it. That is only the surface of it. You get to see how their motivations and emotional situations shape their actions during the time you're all stuck on the island trying to escape. It's legitimately refreshing to see these characters come together, and even grow together. And the story of this game is no slouch either. I came in here expecting, funny dinosaurs, we're killing dinosaurs, that's how we go around and we kill the dinosaurs, kill 6 billion dinosaurs. And I feel like I got human greed truly knows no bounds, whether it be imposed by ourselves, such as morality, or imposed by the universe, such as time itself. God knows I wanted to expand on talking about the story of this game, but I really want you guys to experience it and have the same shock that I had when I did. because that's the entire purpose of this video. I want to make you guys want to play this game because it's awesome. And you guys might be thinking, well, doesn't really matter if the story is that good, if the gameplay loop is boring and repetitive. How do you feel being so wrong, like, all the time, man? Did you ever get tired of it? The gameplay loop of the game is perfectly tailored to reflect your progress in the story grid. It starts small, with basic dinos and a modest Triceratops, and as you keep progressing, the intensity of missions start getting crazier, with stronger dinos being added on regular waves, T-Rexes that absolutely one-shot you. I can't stress enough how crazy this game gets. There is even a point where Leviathan, the AI, thinks you might be doing too good on the whole survival thing that he decides to unleash a massacre module, which is a non-stop wave of dinos that continues until you kill an enormous amount of them. Like, in the thousands. It's actually insane. Oh, and if that's not enough, when you start figuring out the secrets of the island and why the dinos are here, Leviathan gets mad and starts altering the dinosaurs' DNA to turn them into living bioweapon monstrosities. And if that's not the coolest thing you've ever heard of, then we cannot be friends, I'm sorry. And that takes us to the next topic of conversation. Raid bosses. This game has raid bosses. It's the coolest fucking thing, man. There are matches to be chosen randomly that, instead of doing your average dino survival loop, merges both teams into a single big one for a big battle against a formidable foe. In these battles, both teams will need to work together to defeat the boss before the time runs out, or their 30 respawn point end. After a teammate dies, they have a short window of time before they consume a spawn point, so it generally pays off to help your fellow pilots up. These raid bosses can vary from genetically altered dinos, story-relevant personalities, and special event enemies.
Everybody ping Ollie. Tell him to look.
Ollie, look. Ollie! It's him! SD John's the hunter. Give me that tail, boy! And allow me to say that this game has one of the coolest final bosses I've ever seen in a video game. And I do not lie about it. And so I've been glazing this game non-stop since the beginning of the video, but for the sake of journalistic integrity, I have to address things for what they are. Unfortunately, the game is very much dead. The current player base is far from breaking the double-digit mark, and as per writing of this script, only less than 20% of people have actually seen the ending of the game and beat the final boss. And to me, that is extremely painful. It's really sad to me to think that I've come to appreciate a game so late into its lifespan. Words. And when it comes to single-player games, it's pretty fair to say that the game is going to be there forever. But when it comes to a multiplayer game, that's not the same thing. It really undermines the experience to not have a community playing this game. And sure, we do have pretty capable bosses that allow us to beat the bosses fairly consistently, and you do get to find a full team of people from time to time. The connection is surprisingly really good in this game, but those matches are very few compared to bot games. Like, don't get me wrong, the game is still a lot of fun when playing with bots. Killing a fuck ton of dinosaurs while wearing badass robot suits is always going to be one of the, greatest things ever. But not having people to play this game with definitely made it a lot harder to get into at the beginning. As it stands, my greatest hope for this game is that they will eventually make it free to play, so that the game can get a proper revival, even though I think the game is worth full price now that I know what the game is offering. Like, when you play it the first time, you don't see the whole picture, and I think that's the whole point of the game. The game doesn't want you to see the whole picture until you actually get to experience it. It's an enormous entry barrier, and I think that if they manage to make the game free to play, that would make it extremely easy to overcome the I guess this game is just kinda entry barrier. And I do mean it when I say that this is a fantastic game. It's simply phenomenal, and I cannot put into words how much I love it. And please, if you guys find a possibility to experience this game by yourselves, be it from a sale, be it from, you know, I already have this game in my library but I never even played it, please give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's all I ask. If you allow this game the time to let it sink in and do what it's set to do, I promise it's an incredible experience. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. This took a lot of work, like a lot of work. And if you guys really enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Really helps the channel a bunch. I'm gonna put everything I did in this video on the description, the resources, the musics, the people that helped. Please consider checking them out. Really appreciate you all. Y'all are great. Stay safe. Have a wonderful one. And spoilers coming in a few. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
I love this game, dude.
That is so fucking cool, dude.
Okay, we gotta. Okay, so we gotta bring the hammer to this thing, and then we take the thing inside this wall over to him to do damage to him.
All right. I'm punching.
If you have your ult, hit it.
I already used it to defend the thing. I'm sorry. Is that just an insta kill?
Yes.
Oh god. Is Stego? Oh, is that the beam? It is!
Yes.
Oh my god! Jesus.
Good work. Alright,
This speak.
taking the hammer.
Take it. Ah! Okay.
One down.
Nice. Alright. Thank you, Snob. What is going on?
Removing safeguards. Increasing difficulty to undefined level. Welcome to a novel combat experience. Make the most of it.
I'm scared. My ass is so clenched you can't even run Wi-Fi through it. Oh god. Oh, I'm in the hot seat. I'm in the splash zone.
Okay, we have 4 capture points. Pick a spot and go.
Hey!
Hey, okay.
They fly now? Oh, they fly now. I started the joke as a joke, but...
Get your shield up. Get your shield up. Thank you. Get out of there. Move. Get off the spot.
Oh!
Okay, we gotta move. We gotta go to a different spot. Go to C.
C.
I'll keep you healed.
Thank you, mister. Here's the big fucking punch, dude! Oh my god! This is better than 6.